When we talk about the maintenance program, well, of course we're talking about this document which is based on the maintenance planning document. The maintenance program belongs to us as operators. What we've got to do is manage and measure the efficiency of our maintenance program. We understand that when we're talking about maintenance, what we want to do is the most correct maintenance to ensure the safety of the aeroplane, together with maintenance which will add economic value. We want to protect the integrity of the aircraft in terms of protecting its value. The maintenance program efficiency is a combination of many factors. Key performance indicators should be selected to monitor significant variables against set targets. Key performance indicators can also be used to measure the effectiveness of corrective actions. So again, we're looking at information, we're looking at data, and a question to ask yourself when you go back is, what indicators are you using within your organisation as part of the management process? Where are your mechanisms to measure the effectiveness of what you're doing? And if the answer is there is not so many, then you're missing the opportunity, because the more indicators you have, in general, we don't want to exaggerate. We could be very busy generating squillions of indicators and doing nothing with them, and feeling very happy with ourselves that we're very busy generating information. We must do something with the information. So all information generated must have a use. If it doesn't have a use, we've got to ask ourselves, can we develop a use, or should we stop gathering the information? Because just gathering it for nothing is pointless. Even if it feels good, it's pointless. So the following list summarises some of the suggested key performance indicators. The financial impact of deleting or adding or changing tasks, check intervals, can easily be estimated. So we need to pay attention to this. If we're looking at the possibility of changing the task, we can understand the costs, how much it costs us. The actual costs associated with maintenance program changes should be monitored. In case of significant discrepancy between estimated and actual costs, we can have an investigation. We can look at the root cause of the costs. The benefits are a result of reduced number of PIREPs, improved dispatch reliability, or component standardisation to reduce the number of spares. When we have a fleet of aeroplanes, we will have a variability of mod states. Sometimes we might even have slightly different components that don't have compatibility. We've got to decide how to proceed. Do we standardise, or do we accept the difference? We need to be careful. If we make decisions to standardise, to make it easier, there is a price to pay. Is that price worth it? Do we get a return on investment? Or are we paying to standardise for no real reason? I saw, for example, an aeroplane that had a different internal configuration to the rest of the fleet. I saw it go through a maintenance check that cost €5 million to standardise it so it was the same as the other aeroplanes. 2 years later it was retired.
Wow.
And you've got to say, why did we do that? 20 years ago it would have been good, 10 years ago, but 2 years and now we retire it. Where was our forward planning? Because we'd really reached the point where we didn't make £2.5 million profit from that aeroplane each 1 year, and we certainly didn't make the difference between what it was already making and what it would make in its new configuration. So the return on the investment exceeded the possibility of getting the investment back. And so the question is, Why did we do it? And the answer is, we don't know. We don't know. It seemed like a good idea at the time.